You have a very close relationship with Imam al-Hussain alayhi salam. And we mentioned earlier your relationship and how in your childhood, your mother and father both play a role, but you're also somebody who's ready to go on pilgrimage, virtually every year, as if it's a must for you.
I think 16, 17 times now, in the past 20 years or so.
16, 17 times.
In the past 25 years, yeah.
So, how does somebody who's in the most dunyawi profession still have a sense of akhirah and spirituality? What would you advise those out there who are saying, listen, I'm a banker, investment banking, hedge funds, finance, I'm making lots of money, but I don't find time to pray, I don't find time for majalis. How did you find that balance?
They find time to go to the gym, they find time to go to the massage parlor or to a retreat and go for some yoga, 1 week of cleansing and whatever mind.
Is that what Karbala is to you?
No.
1 week of cleansing in a different way.
It's recharging the battery.
Recharging the battery, okay.
Your iman or whatever way you can. You connect with your imam. You connect with your deen, with the purpose of it all. And I just find that it recharges you. I think it's that Muharram is a great. It's become that it just recharges you. It reminds you, and it's very important. Like you do your health check every year. You go for your whatever tests, and you have to do that. Well, kind of. Well,
so Muharram's the spiritual.
You're spiritual. You'll keep it. I think it helps. It definitely. I think it's not, but it's the means to the end. It's not the end, but it's the means to the end. I just feel that a lot of people just make that it's Muharram, and but it takes you somewhere. If it's not, that there's something wrong in the journey. If it's not taking you.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned earlier about how people stop listening to music for the first 10 nights of Muharram, but that's when you make Muharram the ends. The stop listening to music is the means for you to actually stop listening to that which is vulgar after Muharram.
Same in Ramadan.
Yes.
It's that disciplining that I wake up in the morning for my Fajr, I eat at this time, I stay away from this. It's because in Ramadan, for me, what I understood is that's the lowest form is the food factor. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here.
Sure.
So the controlling that is much, much more difficult than food. Food is the easiest part of Ramadan, for me at least. It's like not looking, not thinking. That exercise, when you do it for a month.
Lovely philosophy.
Yep. And then it gets you into a routine. Okay, think like this, do that. Between Ramadan and Muharram, it's both fantastic exercises too. Somewhere it just works for me. But I'm not saying it's made me a very good Muslim, but whatever. I'm ashamed of what I'm ashamed of, and Allah knows that. But yes, it's a big thing. And I just feel that it's important. I look at conscience as a hammer, and it's very important that this hammer keeps hitting you. At some point you go man, I don't listen to it. It's too much. Even one small tuck becomes and it's very important for let that hammer keep hitting, because the moment it's not hitting, that's the danger point. That is when it stops hitting you. And I think that's the danger. And I think that's why I said between Muharram, Ramadan, this hammer keeps on. Otherwise just bury it below the ashes, and it just dies a slow death. And that's very dangerous. And I feel for me that your conscience has to be alive.
Yeah, even when we take people on ziyarah, with spiritual journeys, and you joined us, it's phenomenal how many people say that I needed this recharge. I needed this couple of weeks to see where my conscience is. Is it still alive? Is there still, as if a battery had died and they put a charger.
Yes.
Again, and then you're energetic, there's perspective. Would you say that having been to 16, 17 ziyarahs to Karbala, would you say each one was different in terms of how your perspective grew?